Well, good morning, y'all. And there's our little critters. Uh-uh. They want to fight. Little Buddy and Lucky. Little Buddy decided he'd eat another bite full. That's Lucky's favorite spot to lay, is right there at the edge of the door. Oh, wet rug at the door was blowed off. Looks like everything in the front's fine except for the sunflowers. They're all laid over, even the rock garden out there. My hollyhock's got a couple of leaves broken, but other than that, it's fine. Everything on this side of the yard looks great. Pretty much. Even my pepper plants out there. See how much those trees protect? They block the wind from coming on so hard up in here. I mean, this side looks pretty good. I mean, under the shade trees and blocked from the wind by the other trees on the wooded lot. I don't even want to look out here. But I don't know what I'm going to be able to do. Look at that. This is where the 5-gallon bucket was sitting inside the bag of the tomato plant. But everything inside is okay. It's just the fact that I don't know what I'm going to be able to do to fix it. I really don't. Get away from my feet. Well, this one's fell over. I need to get a stake and stake it up. This tomato plant. Here, let's see if I can on and do something with that tomato plant. Lucky, he's just all over my feet. This tomato plant right here. Lucky, I can't walk with you rubbing on my legs. Just have to prop it up over there for right now. I gotta go in the shed and get some stakes. I mean, I can try to move most of this stuff on the other side of the yard, I guess. That's gonna be a lot of moving. Lucky, he will not leave my feet alone. Look down there, he just keeps in and out of my feet. And when I go to walk, I either almost step on him or trip myself. But see, here's one of my problems. The center of it broke down. See that? That's the center of the pole. I mean, the center of the top is right there. If I had a way of pushing that up, it might would stay. But I've turned it loose, it's gonna fall. So I don't know. I don't have any more of these poles. I could take one of those 1x2s and put it under here and prop it up. And then later when I can get another 1x2, put it back out here. I just don't know. Don't know. See how much it rained? I mean, it filled these buckets up. It put so much rain in the totes, it's filled every one of those buckets up, and they were running over. That's how much it rained so fast. So much. And see here, this corner post, and I can't really tell you because I can't get back far enough from it. See how it's leaning? I mean, little buddy, Lucky. See how it bent at the concrete? I mean, it's bent. It's like at a, I don't know, about a 75-degree angle. All the way up. Bent over. And if I try to pull it up, see, I'm pulling the whole top. And I can't do that by myself. I can't believe it did this much damage to the frame. And it didn't tear the shade cloth. I mean, the shade cloth is in pretty good shape. But see, I managed to get this up a little bit. And I put a rock under the edge of the concrete. Everything is still so wet out here. But see, it's still leaning this way. It needs to go up even further. Like that. And that's not the only thing. And I don't know if I can even see to show you. But it broke the top of it loose up here. I don't know that there's anything I can do to that to fix it. I really don't. And I can't tell if I even showed it to you. Let me go up this way. See how it's broke loose? It's broke. Where it pulled it out of that joint right there. And the bottom piece is trying to come out. Because it literally turned. It twisted this concrete piece with the pole in it. It was over all the way over here to where the black cloth is. And it twisted and pulled that concrete slab and the post over. It's ridiculous. I don't see how the wind did that. I really don't. Did it. Yeah, little buddy, it's a mess. I don't know of anything I can do except maybe take it down. Because, I mean, I got to put blocks under the concrete to raise it back up to even get it to where it's halfway level. To even think about fixing anything else. I don't see how it did it. These tomato plants are laying over. And they were starting to grow so pretty under here and come back to life. Go look at the other side. I mean, it had this tote. The whole corner of it was down because it was completely off of that block. I just temporarily put it up on that board. But it moved this whole piece too. You can see the angle that the corner post is. See it? It's leaning toward the back. That's how much the darn the wind moved the concrete block. And I just don't know what to do to fix it. I literally can't push it up. Because that's the way it would have to go. And I need something underneath it. And I got my compost tea bucket here. And it's full of compost, so I can't move it. Oh, heck. Yeah, I'd have to empty all the compost out of it. With a little Lucky. Get away from there. Get. I mean, I gotta get the post up straight to even consider trying to fix anything. And it's such a tight space here. I mean, it's hard to... I don't have any more rocks. And I don't know if this would even work. I need another person. Because I can't push this up and put a rock under it at the same time. I wasn't counting on having to do this when I fixed this, when I put it out here. I mean, I literally can't put the rock under it and push it out. It takes both of my hands to push it. I can't get it under there far enough. Oh. I don't know what to do. I don't want to dump out my whole compost tea bucket or container. I can't push the rock under there with my feet. Whew. I hope next summer I'll have a better canopy top built down here with some heavy duty posts that the wind won't blow over like this. And I'm going to keep on till I dump that tote, and I don't want to dump it. And these things are even heavier now since they're all wet. All the dirt's wet inside. But that's the way it was. I had it propped up on that piece of concrete. But it wasn't leaning over that way. I can't get it under there with my foot. I'm gonna get under there. Whew. I got it partly under there. Take a breather and I'll try to get the rest of it under there. And I know you can't see what I'm doing. It's such a tight spot here. You can't see what I'm doing. But there's a rock down there. I'm trying to get under it to get it to go up right side up. Needs to go up under there more than that. And the back of this lot is sloped. It goes down, and that doesn't help. Doesn't help a bit. Whew. If I just had somebody to pull on that or push it while I put the rock under there, it would work. The more I push on it, the more I move that tote, and it's gonna dump that tote if I'm not careful. I can use my shoulders to help me. That's about as straight as I'm going to get that part of it. But see, I had to put rocks under the edge of this one too to raise it back up, because it moved it. It literally moved that concrete block as big as it is. Because it was already over, all the way over to this black ground cloth. And it moved it a good 5 or 6 inches over. Now you tell me how the wind did that. Tell me how the wind did that. And this is pulled back this way. I mean, it just twisted it around. I mean, I can't pull this back up because it's twisted. That boulder or the concrete piling has to be moved back over where it was to even think about straightening this one. Well, there, that's what little Buddy thinks of it. He's just going to lay there. And to move that one over, that means this one down here is going to move again. And just one person can't do it. Oh. And I'm already sweating like crazy. I mean, how can I get this thing moved back over? I can't pick it up. But it needs to be moved back over there. I can't even get my flip-flop off. got that as straight as it's going to get. But I got to figure out if I can get these corner pieces upright. If I can't, then I can't do anything else. I mean, I can't fix any of it if I can't get the corner pieces straight. Can't even think about fixing it. To see how far it's bent back. This right here. Oh. And it's bent. If I pull it on over to straighten it, it's probably going to break it loose. And it's not going to stay. You see, it's not going to stay. I don't know what to do with it. I tell you, the next real strong wind that comes through here, if we have another one, it'll just take it out. This one has not been as bad, but it don't matter if I can't get the other one. And see, it moved it too, broke it loose from the ground. I guess you can see what I'm doing. I can't tell, the sun's on the camera. But all of this is falling. Have to get under it on this side to try to do anything. Oh. Well, maybe I can get on the other side. Push it back with this arm. Now I got my rock under there. Yeah. It's breaking it here at the joint. Can't move it over. It's just literally pulled it all loose. take a bigger one than this, I think. Over here. Whew. I may be doing all this in vain, but if I can't get it level, I can't even think about fixing the top. And the sun's out here and I can't tell what I'm showing you. I mean, see, it's a good 3 inches off the ground. And it was flat on the ground before. None of this will probably do any good. Look at that. Oh. Y'all, it's hot. Whew. Sweat just running off of me and my eyes. But you can see how it's bent right here at this joint. And that's basically where you could lower it before. It's bent up here again. Oh. I just don't know. Yep, it's literally bent at the joint where you lower it here. So I don't even know if I'll ever be able to lower it again. It's bent up there. it broke that pole off. Oh. It broke this one off down here. And I'm sorry, but I cannot see what I'm showing you. It broke that one off. It was not a piece of rebar, it was a pipe. But I guess there was a weak spot in the pipe right at the ground and it broke it. But I don't have any more rebar. This other one down here was put down with a piece of rebar, but it is bent. I mean, the rebar is not bent. The ground got soft and it pulled it over, is what happened. And I don't know if I'll be able to. Don't know if I will be able to hammer it back down straight. Yeah, see, the rebar will come right out. I had the rebar wired to the post. And it might have broke it or bent it because there's the top of the rebar right there. Yeah, it's an old piece of rebar, so it bent it. It literally bent it. Well, what's going on with this? Whoa! Leave it there for right now. I just don't know what to do. I never would have dreamed that rebar would have bent. But it sure looks like it's bent. Oh. I need to go get a hammer. But anyway, y'all see the dilemma I'm up against. I don't know if I can fix it. I really don't. I might just be able to prop it up temporarily. But if another wind comes through, it's going to just totally rip it out, plants and all. It couldn't withstand another wind. So I can't do much and work the camera at the same time. So I'm gonna have to turn the camera off, figure out what I can do, and get busy doing it, because I can't take the camera around and worry about what you can see and what you can't see while I'm trying to figure out what to do. So I gave you an idea of what I'm up against. But for the life of me, I don't see how in the world it moved the frame and bent part of it, broke part of the frame, and did not tear gigantic holes in this shade cloth. I mean, there's one or two little holes here and there, but by all rights, it should have destroyed the shade cloth if it did this to the canopy frame. And these cats, I don't know. But see, this is supposed to be hooked to the piece over here. If that was pushed back up, it would stay temporarily. But I've got to have something to put it on. And I could use it for a while longer till the next storm come through and totally destroyed it. Or next high wind. I just don't know. I really don't. Don't know. I'm already soaked. My shirt is soaked. And I don't know if I can, how many of those things I can fit in my car. But I'm going to let y'all go, because I'm going to have to run to Home Depot and get some kind of post or something to prop this up on. And that will hold that top up temporarily. And I got to get some more 1x2s and some pieces of rebar, which I know are not cheap. And I probably won't get the length of rebar I need, and I can't cut it. And I can't bring 12 footers home in the car. So anyway. It did kind of blow my okra over. My okra was getting a little top heavy. You can see here the gap in the okra where it's pushed it over, because it was completely straight. And I got big pieces of okra on there that I need to get off. And something's been eating that one. The ants get on it. I don't know what they like about okra, but the ants love okra. And they will destroy your okra if you let them. Yeah, I need to spray them again. Just for the ants. I don't get worms on okra plants. I get ants on it. Whew. I'm just going to throw those down. 1.5 pieces of okra is not going to do anything for me, so. Now I put this chair back around the front. But yeah, I'm going to have to get me some more rebar and put those poles back out here. Well, I got to go in the house and cool off. At least I've assessed the damages, put it that way. I kind of got an idea of what I can do. Look at that great big grasshopper. He's about 4 inches long. Look at that. That's what's eating the plants this year. It's not worms for the most part, it's these grasshoppers. And they're gigantic. Look at that sucker. Where'd he go? He hopped off when I moved the leaf. Don't know where he hopped to. But this was going around the pole until the wind blew so hard. Now it's come loose. It'll probably reattach itself though. Oh. But I'm drenched in sweat. It really didn't bother me. But look at me how wet. My hair is drenched. I'm gonna have to cool off so I can see if I can go find some rebar and get a corner post. Oh, I gotta cool off first. There's a little buddy, he's eating again. No, you're not going in the house, Lucky. Not even gonna start doing that. From what I understand, I haven't checked on it, but I think they charge about $25, $30 to neuter a cat. And Lucky needs to be neutered because he's not been fixed. And he's definitely not coming in the house. No, you're not going in there. But anyway, you see Lucky and little Buddy are fine. They came through all the storm perfectly fine. Get away from my legs. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. I got to go cool off. I'm just dripping in sweat. And I'll have to run out to town to see what I can do about getting something to restake those poles and get everything put back down. I don't know how much longer it'll last even if I do that, but I guess you got to try, huh? Got to at least try. I mean, look at me. I'm wet. My shirt's wet. Whew. So humid and hot and sticky. And look at this. I've still got all these potato slips. I've got 3 tubs of potatoes planted out there. And I've still got all these. And I don't have nowhere to plant them. But anyway. You see the dilemma I'm up against. So I got to figure this stuff out and see what I'm going to be able to do. And I'll catch you later. Love y'all. Bye.